that's because it's super warm. So as we cool it down, it'll get a little bit thicker. It'll also look less shiny, and it will actually be a bit harder to spread out across the table. That just means that it is cooling down nicely. So we're just spreading it out, scraping it back up into a pile again to cool it all down. So you notice the chocolate getting thicker and thicker as I do this. So as I'm tempering my chocolate as well, little air bubbles are being trapped in the chocolate. So these will help us to cool down our chocolate, but we will get rid of those in a moment and I'll explain to you why. So we're spreading it out and scraping it back up. So tempering is very, very important, because if your chocolate is too warm and you pour it straight into the mould, what happens is it can actually set very, very matte, so it won't have a nice shine. Also, it can be very bendy as well, depending on how warm the chocolate is, it won't have a nice snapping sound. And also, one more thing is, when the chocolate is too warm and it sets again, the cocoa butter kind of separates from the chocolate and leaves all these little white streaks in the chocolate that can make the chocolate taste different as well. That's why it's super important to make sure that we cool down the chocolate properly. So once that's done, you can see the chocolate's a lot thicker now. It's a little harder to spread out across the table. I'm going to make little lines in it. The chocolate stays at the top and it'll sink right in. That's how you know that it's ready. So I'm just moving the chocolate straight over onto the mould. We're going to pour it out into as many of the different squares as we can. Whichever squares that we do fill, we're just going to fill them right to the top. So I know it's a little noisy in here, but I'll explain to you in just a second what that noise is going on your left. We're just spreading out the chocolate. And although the chocolate looks like it's ready to go into the fridge now, there's one more thing we need to do, and that's remove all those air bubbles that were put into the chocolate from the tempering that we did earlier. And the way we remove these air bubbles are by giving our mold a little tap or a shake on the cold mold table to bring all those air bubbles to the surface. So you notice if you look down the mold, the air bubbles are slowly starting to rise and they're also popping as well. So it's going to tap out the mold. And that's all there is. We're just going to scrape off the excess. And then your chocolate and your mold will be ready to be stuck into the fridge. So over on the refrigerator, we didn't have refrigerators. So what we used to do is to stick their molds into a cold dark room to set for a couple of days. But this also meant that in summer we could making the chocolates, they just wouldn't set. So there's one more thing I'm going to show you. I'm just going to grab my mold and turn it upside down. You can see the chocolate has been tempered because it's not pouring out of the mold now. So I'm just going to help it along a little. Give our mold a little tap upside down on the table. And we're going to shake out all the excess chocolate. And what this does is it leaves behind the chocolate shell. So a little hollowed out chocolate where we can scrape off the excess and leave it to set for about 5 minutes before you can plant in your fillings. So this will be left upside down to set for about 5 minutes. So this is what it looks like now. Once it's set and once it's ready, we have something looking a little like this, just little hollowed out scented chocolate. And then grab their piping bags, fill it up. Strawberry creams, I had orange cream, they also have things like caramel. So I'm just going to quickly scrape off this excess here, loosen up the mold a tiny bit. And once that's ready, once all their filling was placed with the chocolate, they would take some tempered chocolate from earlier and they would pour this over the top of their filling. And this was the last but most important step, because this chocolate was used to sealing all the filling that they added. To make sure that it didn't leak out or mold. Because if it did, that means they would have to throw away those chocolates. That also meant they couldn't get paid for those chocolates they made either. Because they got paid depending on how many perfect chocolates they made that they could sell. So once we've heated up the mold one last time, we're going to pop it into the fridge to set. I'm going to bring out one that was made earlier, so you guys can both see what it looks like once it's ready. If it's been tempered properly or not. Just going to grab that now. Once your chocolate is ready, all we have to do is to give it a little twist on the table to bring it away from the back, and then we can just tap out our chocolate. So you guys all know what normal chocolate is supposed to look like. It's supposed to be nice and shiny, no white streaks, and also if it was a big bite, it should be nice and snappy. These chocolates haven't been tempered properly. You can see these little white marble streaks running through it. It also has little crumbles as well, and this is what we don't want. We want our chocolate to look nice and solid, nice and brown, nice and shiny. So that is the end of the demonstration, guys. Thank you for watching and I hope you have a nice day.